Yeah, demo 29. Look at this now. Now we can discuss this orally. Demo 29. First, so ref refers to sub1, upcasting. Ref instance of base. What does ref1 contain? Ref1 contains sub1. Sub1 is base? Yes. Sub1 is sub1 and sub1 is base. Child is child and child is parent. So yes, it is base. Huh? Ref1 instance of sub1. Ref1 contains sub1. Sub1 is sub1? Yes, sub1 is sub1. So it is sub1. Base ref2 is equal to new base, no upcasting. Ref2 instance of base, content of ref2 is base. Base is base? Yes. So it is base. Ref2 instance of someone. Ref2's content is base. Base is sub1? No. Parent is not child. So this it is sub1 will not print. So output will be it is base, it is sub1, it is base. Yeah. It is base, it is sub1, it is base. Second test only. Demo 29. Is that clear how exactly output comes? Base, sub1 and base.
Yes.
Demo 30 is also almost same. Ref1 refers to sub1. So ref1's content is sub1. Sub1 is sub1? Yes. So downcasting will be successful. Else part will not be true here. First test over. Base ref2 is equal to new base. Ref2 refers to base. In that case, ref2 instance of sub1. No. Because
No.
ref2's content is base. Base is sub1. No. So else part cannot convert to S2. So in first case, downcasting will be successful. In second case, output will be cannot convert to S2. Demo 31. Now all these things we have discussed. Demo 31.java. Shape class with draw method. Triangle, circle, rectangle, they override this draw method and perform. So this is nothing but use of upcasting again. Because of upcasting, thanks to upcasting, we can write such a code which is maintenance free. Let there be any changes happen in the hierarchy, we need not change perform method at all. So that is 31 example. Indirect draw in triangle draw. Okay. Now we have a different discussion. Suppose we have a parent class as a person. And that parent class has got some methods like walk, okay. See, class person has got walk, talk, eat, sleep. Now assume that walk, talk, eat, sleep has got a code respective to those methods, how to walk, how to talk, how to eat, how to sleep. And then we have three child classes of person: teacher, soldier, and housewife. Teacher, soldier, and housewife, they've got their own specific methods. Teacher specific methods, soldier specific methods, housewife specific methods. But what is common in them? They all inherit all these methods as it is, because every person walks, talks, eats, and sleeps. Huh? So these all classes, though they have their own specific methods, they all share or they all inherit person class walk, talk, eat, sleep methods. Uh, that is inheritance. Now If you look at person class, while designing person class, you have defined walk, talk, eat, sleep, so that every child class of person can have these methods. They can inherit these methods as it is, because these are common behaviors. Now, while defining person, you realize one more method. One more method should be there in person, and that method is void perform duties. Void perform duties. Now, when you look at person, you realize that, oh, one more method is required. Every kind of person has to perform some of the other duties. So perform duties should be there. But like walk, talks, eat, sleep, you cannot write any code in that perform duties. You cannot write any code in that perform duties. In walk, talk, eat, sleep, you have written some code. Okay, right here. Code is there. So don't think they are empty. Code is there in each and every method. Code is there. But you cannot write any code in the perform duties, because duties are specific to a specific person. Teachers' duties are different, housewife duties are different, soldiers' duties are different. So you cannot write anything in that. Suppose you keep it empty, no problem. Even if you keep it empty, with no code. Now, your idea or your thinking as a parent class developer, your thinking as a parent class developer is each child should override what? Perform duties. Each child should override perform duties, and that child class should have respective duties. Like in teacher, void perform duties, duties of teacher. Like that, soldier will have perform duties, duties of soldier. In housewife, duties of housewife. Okay. So your expectation as a parent class developer is child classes will have their own perform duties, should have, and their respective duties should be performed. That is your thinking. But you know, one problem is there. What is the problem here? This is called as overriding, yes or no? This is overridden method, and these all are overriding method. Now, you know that overriding is not compulsory. Overriding is not compulsory. That means if teacher does not override this method, there's no problem. We will not get any error. Syntactically, we will not get any error, but it's a logical problem. It's a loophole in the system. And what is that loophole? Class teacher does not have his own duties. His own duties. Why? Because teacher has not overridden that method. Overriding is not compulsory. Now here you realize that this functionality, perform duties, must be compulsory to every child class. Compulsory. Overriding is not compulsory. But this perform duties, this functionality should be there, must be there in each and every child class. If it is not there, that class should get error. So how will you achieve that? Now you can't achieve that. Now you have just written void perform duties, and now child classes will either override or they don't override. That's a loophole in the system. You want to improve that. What you exactly want is you want to make perform duties compulsory. You want to make perform duties compulsory. So for that, what you will do, you will not write these brackets. You will not define this method. You will declare this method. And you will declare that method with the abstract keyword. Abstract keyword. Because you want child class to compulsorily define that method. That's why you will make this function abstract. So when you make this method abstract, you have one problem. You can't write abstract method in non-abstract class. Not possible. If you want to make perform duties abstract, you have to make class also abstract. I repeat, you want to make perform duties compulsory for each and every child class. So for that, you cannot define perform duties in the person class. You just have to declare perform duties, and that too with the abstract keyword. So what is the advantage? When you have abstract method perform duties, now it will become compulsory for each and every child class to define that method. It will become compulsory for each and every child class to define that method. But one problem is there. You can't have abstract method inside non-abstract class. So for that purpose, you have to make class also abstract. When you make this class abstract, then it is fine. As far as person class is concerned, fine, everything is fine. But as far as child classes are concerned, it is compulsory for every child to define that method. It is compulsory for that child class to define perform duties. Just look at that abstract class, take your own time.
Sir,
Huh.
so in this case, the child classes need not to be abstract, na? Only the class in which we declare an abstract method, that class should be abstract.
Yeah. If child does not want to define perform duties, then you have to make child class abstract. But that's a different scenario.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, sir, there is no role of overriding, right now.
Overriding can be there as far as walk, talk, eat, sleep methods are concerned. Suppose a particular person walks in a very different style or walks very fast, very fast. So he can override. I can walk very fast.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, if you look at this class person, walk, talk, eat, sleep can be inherited by teacher, soldier, housewife as it is. And perform duties is the one which they have to define compulsorily. That's why, see, again, simple language. These are non-abstract methods. And this is abstract method. But one more terminology which is very important, which you must use always, these all methods can be inherited by child class, or at the most they can be overridden at the most. So these are called as concrete behavior. These are called as concrete behavior, and perform duties is the one which child class will have to compulsorily define. So this is called as contract. Contract. You know contract. What is contract? Suppose you call a painter and say, I want to paint my house. So when you say, I want you to paint my house, you give a contract. Do you explain how he should paint? No, that is his job. But you give a contract. I want you to paint my house with so and so color. So that is a contract. So here also, class person says, I want you to perform duties. How will you perform duties? That is your job, but you must perform duties. You must perform duties means you must define that method. That's why this is called as contract. So the methods which can be inherited or at the most can be overridden by child classes are collectively called as concrete behavior, and the abstract method is called as contract. That means abstract class is a combination of contract plus concrete behavior. Abstract class is a combination of contract plus concrete behavior.
Hello,
Yeah.
sir.
Snehal.
Hello,
Snehal.
sir. Can I take a poll?
Just wait for some time. No?
Okay, sir.
Just wait for some. I will let you know.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, no problem. At the end also we can take.
Okay, sir. No problem.
Yeah. मी सांगतो तुला. Okay. So look at that abstract class. Abstract class is a combination of concrete behavior and a contract. Contract should be fulfilled by all the child classes. In that today's discussion folder, abstract class demo is there, but abstract class in Java. Yeah. Read all these points. So what is abstract class in Java? This should be the answer.
Sir. So there is no relation between the abstract class and abstraction, like abstraction concept.
Not as such. Abstraction means extracting the relevant attributes of an object from the user's perspective.
So the abstract method.
Abstract class is one way of achieving abstraction.
सर एक मतलब abstract class में abstract method कितने भी बना सकते हैं ना?
Yes. No limit. वो कितने भी बना सकते हैं, वो इस पे डिपेंड है आपको कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कितने देने हैं चाइल्ड क्लासेस को.
ओके
यहाँ पे पर्सन ने डिसाइड किया मुझे एक ही कॉन्ट्रैक्ट देना है, परफॉर्म ड्यूटीज.
ओके थैंक यू सर.
Yeah. So abstract class in Java. In Java, when you define any class with abstract keyword, class becomes abstract. Though in my example, I started with abstract method and then I said, now you can't have abstract method in non-abstract class, so make class also abstract. यहाँ पे point which is equally important, in Java when you define any class with abstract keyword, class becomes abstract. इसका meaning ये है, this means that even if I say abstract class A and don't define anything, class becomes abstract. So in Java, in order to make class abstract, what is the requirement is just that keyword. Now, even though this is useless, I mean, we'll not do that. क्यों करेंगे ऐसा? But this is true that when you apply abstract keyword to the class, class becomes abstract. We have one example of this where abstract class does not contain abstract methods. One example in Java, but that example you will get in Java EE. Yeah, so in Java, when you define any class with abstract keyword, class becomes abstract. Abstract class can contain abstract as well as non-abstract methods. So abstract methods को क्या बोलते हैं? Contract. Non-abstract methods को क्या बोलते हैं? Concrete behavior. So abstract class is the one which can contain contract as well as concrete behavior. Now in the interview also, instead of saying abstract as well as non-abstract methods, if you say concrete behavior as well as contract, that will be more impressive. So practice saying that. Abstract methods are those which don't have a body, just a declaration with the abstract keyword. child class of an abstract class must define abstract method or methods in the parent class. So child class must fulfill the contract given by abstract class. Abstract class cannot be instantiated at it is an incomplete class. Abstract class you can't instantiate. Other classes you can instantiate. Abstract class you can't instantiate at as it is an incomplete class. Now incomplete class does not mean syntactically incomplete. Bracket missing hai. Incomplete class because you can see here why this person is incomplete class, because it has got at least one contract, and contract is an incomplete thing. It has to be fulfilled by child class. So because of that contract, because of that one abstract method, class is called as incomplete class. Huh? So that's why you cannot instantiate. Incomplete class means it has at least one contract, that is abstract method. If you want, take your own time to read all these points. So when do you create abstract class? Not necessarily in Java, in any object-oriented language, C++, Java, C#. When to create abstract class? Whenever you want to have a combination of contract plus concrete behavior, you need to create abstract class. Whenever you want to have a combination of contract plus concrete behavior, you need to create abstract class. Now, one more interesting point or interesting question, you will see that question in day 1 to day 8 files somewhere. Can we have constructor in abstract class? Can we have constructor in abstract class? So in this person class, if I write public person, default constructor, is this possible? Now see, why this is an interesting point, because we always say abstract class cannot be instantiated. Why? Because abstract class is incomplete. What do you mean by incomplete? Incomplete means it has got at least one contract. So abstract class cannot be instantiated syntactically. Compiler will give you error. But then, can it have constructor? Answer yes. So initially we say, Arey, how it is possible? This class cannot be instantiated and this class can have constructor. ऐसे कैसे होगा? Yes, it is possible. So question arises, when that constructor will be called? We are not going to create object. So when that constructor will be used? That constructor will be used, fill in the blanks. When?
Object loaded.
Yes.
Child class.
Yeah, correct. When we instantiate child class.
Child class.
टीचर को इंस्टेंशिएट करेंगे तो टीचर का कंस्ट्रक्टर, यू नो कंस्ट्रक्टर कॉलिंग, टीचर का कंस्ट्रक्टर विल कॉल कंस्ट्रक्टर ऑफ पर्सन. So at that time this constructor will be used. So can abstract class have constructor? Yes. Yes, but abstract class cannot be instantiated. Yes, still abstract class can have constructor, and that will be called when we instantiate child class. Interview question है. हाँ?
Abstract class can't be instantiated even if it does not have one also.
Yeah. Yes. Because even if it does not have an abstract method, abstract keyword तो लिखा है, तो compiler can see this class is abstract, and compiler knows only one thing: abstract class cannot be instantiated. Compiler does not see abstract class में abstract method है या नहीं है.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Sir, but when it would go to the parent class, like even if it is abstract, we saw that day that small object gets created of parent inside the
Yeah,
child.
yeah. So that will be inside it. You can't directly
Okay.
create. You can't directly
Okay, sir.
create. Good question. Good question. So when you create object of child class, in that child class, that abstract class का object will be there. हाँ? But you can't
Yes, sir.
directly create. You can't say person P is equal to new person. वो नहीं हो सकता.
Okay, sir.
But at the same time, person P is equal to new teacher. Person P is equal to new soldier. Person P is equal to new housewife. And P dot walk, talk, eat, sleep, perform duties, late binding. Everything is possible.
Okay, sir.
So abstract class का एक separate example है today's discussion में, abstract demo, and this is the same example. See, abstract class person, concrete behavior which can be inherited by all the child classes or they may override it. Walk, talk, eat, sleep. And now perform duties, contract given by parent class to child classes. The moment you say contract now, उसका impression ही कुछ और है. Instead of saying abstract method, contract. Huh? Very impressive. And now have a look at that. Teacher extends person, perform duties, housewife extends person, perform duties, soldier extends person, perform duties. And as usual, we have that perform method, जिसका argument है person ref. So when you pass teacher, teacher goes in ref, walk, talk, eat, sleep, perform duties of teacher, and so on. And so on. It's a complete example. Okay, so this is your example number 4. Example number 1 was shape, then 2 course, 3 electronic appliance, and 4 person. So today we saw 4 examples of upcasting, lead binding, and all those.